It's that time again where we play one of the rivals. This time it's by Leverkusen. Hello everybody, a big welcome back to the channel. This is episode 24 of Die Roten Bullen, where we are currently out in Germany managing Red Bull Leipzig. As I alluded to at the top of the episode, today we are going to be playing against one of our big rivals from the past few seasons, Bayer Leverkusen. Before we jump into that though, please don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like button here on the channel. Leave any comments you have down in the section below, and we are going to get straight on in to the Leverkusen game. Okay then, so you can tell by looking at the league table, we have now opened up a 3-point gap over by Leverkusen, who are on 18 points to our 21. If we have a look at the schedule since the Arsenal game, you can see that we have been on a really good run of form. We beat Frankfurt 2-1 in the Bundesliga with goals from Konate and Soloth. We then beat Hoffenheim 5-0 in the Bundesliga also with goals from Pino, Soloth and Thales Magno. Beat Club Brugge in the Champions League 3-0 with Mateus Arezzo getting a hat-trick. And then we beat Augsburg last time out in the Bundesliga 3-1, where Arezzo has been on fire again, getting 2, and Nkunku scoring the other goal. So, as I said, today's game is going to be against Bayer Leverkusen. Let's not waste any time. We're going to jump straight on into the game and see what happens. So the team we are going to be picking for this game is Galaxy in goal, Angelino, Gvardiol, Konate and Klosterman. We've got Soboslai, Adams and Nkunku in the middle, with Forsberg playing behind Soloth and Arezzo, who has now firmly established himself as a starting striker. Here we go then, we are off and running in the big game. 3 minutes on the clock and not a lot has happened. We have had such a good run of form that I do fear that we can't keep it up across the season. However, we are going to have the first piece of footage here. Soboslai to Forsberg. Soboslai has missed from close in. Tried to put it in the near post. Really had a lot of space to work with. And he's dragged the shot wide. Pretty disappointing. How crazy of a game has it been already in terms of bookings though? There has been more bookings than there has been shots. And most of them being for Leverkusen, which is quite strange. But the game is flying on by and we're at 42 minutes now. Not a lot has happened apart from that one highlight that we have had. And then Angelino has picked up an injury just before half time. What is best to do here? I think I don't really want to play Magno there, but I don't really have a choice in terms of left-footed players. So we're going to play Thales Magno as a makeshift left wing back and see what happens. In at half time, drawing 0-0. Not the most entertaining of games, and you're just really watching me waffle on, whereas we'd all like to see a few goals, really. These top of the table games sometimes really are underwhelming on Football Manager. I mean, when we look at the stats, there's been enough action really to warrant something happening, and as I'm saying that, Leverkusen are on the attack, but we deal with it well, and Soloth now has managed to get in behind. He picks his head up, he's got Forsberg in the middle, plays a 1-2 with Adams, who then gives the ball away rather disappointingly. And all of a sudden, it looked like Bayer Leverkusen were going to turn it around, get in behind. But a brilliant tackle stops that from happening. And Soloth has now got in behind, pulls the ball back. And Arezzo, who has been in red-hot form, can't find the target. Ball gets deflected out for a corner. And from the corner, it's crossed in. And Konate, with the header, goes over the bar. So, yeah, we're starting to turn it up a little bit here. We now have a throw-in, a Magno to Soboslai. Magno with the cross in, and there is Arezzo, just as I was saying. He is the man of the moment. He's got 10 goals now this season, and I think that's 6 in his last 3 games. Soboslai gets the ball, gets taken off of him actually, and as it's come towards Thales Magno, he's just hit it first time across the goal, and there is Arezzo with his outstuck left boot to divert the ball into the net. And whoa! Very, very nearly equalised straight away by Leverkusen. They had a shot that hit the inside of the post there from a free kick. And they had a corner that is dealt with quite well by the defenders. And that highlight just fizzles out. It's looking like Leverkusen are stepping it up in their search for an equaliser. But instead, Tyler Adams has nicked the ball. He's played it across to Arezzo and he has missed. I thought that was goal number 2 coming there. He seemed to snatch at the chance a little bit. Didn't really get too much contact with the ball. And Soboslai is really struggling. So we are going to go and take him off. He's playing wide left. So Kaio George can actually play out there as a makeshift left forward to get him a bit of game time. Not his ideal position, I know. And a bit of a strange one for a top of the table clash to be risking players out of position. But, oh, what's happened here? We have a penalty by the looks of things. Arezzo went to get the ball from the throw-in. It's been clattered from behind, gone to ground. Ref's gone to check it. Penalty has been awarded. Who is on the penalty? It is Soloth. And it is wide. 87 on the clock, still 1-0, and that missed penalty really could come back to haunt us here as we have defending to do. It's dealt with well, and Nkunku is on the break. If he picks his head up, he had passes in front of him. Got kind of tackled, but instead the ball comes into the box, and Soloth makes up for that tame penalty miss by finishing this game off, I think. The second goal of the game to make it 2-0 to us. Forsberg with a great piece of play. Charge forwards, ball inside. Soloth hits it. Left-footed across the goalkeeper and makes it 2-0 to us. And that is looking good in terms of building a gap at the top of the table. However, we've got some defending to do before the end of the game. So we let Wirtz just walk in as a shot, puts it over the bar. And hopefully it's just wasted enough time for us to kill the game off. Although passing it around dangerously at the back, Klosterman with the ball forwards that gets cut out. Forsberg, though, is quick to the ball. He's going towards a corner flag, but plays it inside. And there's Arezzo trying his luck to get a third goal. But instead, it's straight at the goalkeeper. And now, all of a sudden, we are back defending. This is crazy. There was nothing like this in the first half. And all of a sudden, it's gone end to end. Soloth with the ball. Nothing comes of that. And Nkunku is now running down the right wing. Tries to beat his man, does beat his man. And there is Forsberg to make it 3-0 in the 94th minute. Bit of a scrappy goal, this one. Nkunku, it's not even going to show a replay. It was that late. I think it was Nkunku beat his man down the right-hand side. The ball comes in, and then there was Forsberg in the middle. 95th minute to make it 3-0. So, that's another impressive win against our current biggest rivals. If we go forwards and have a little look at the league table, you can see now that we have opened up a 5-point gap already. 8 games played, 5 points is the gap. And when you look at some of the bigger teams, so Dortmund are 5 points behind. Bayern Munich are on 17 points after 8 games. I don't know what's going on with Bayern Munich in this game. They don't seem to be the all-conquering, all-powerful Bayern. I mean, Lewandowski has just scored a hat-trick in that game against Freiburg, but they are well off the pace. I don't understand what is going on there, but still, their downfall is our gain, I suppose. But that is going to be it for this episode. Coming up next, I think, is a Champions League game against Lyon. So we're going to wrap this one up. Big thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like button to help the channel out. Leave any comments you have down in the box below. But for this one, that's a wrap, and I'll see you on the next one.